everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here with Junk Journal July, day number 22, and we are playing with pockets. You can find more information about Junk Journal July down in my description box below. So, I'm taking this a little bit literally, or I'm doing this in a few different ways. Okay, so if you've been with me for a while now, you know that I have some strange hobbies maybe, or I'm kind of a person who enjoys things that maybe, I don't know, other people probably don't have time to notice, but this is maybe one of those occasions. So I've created a little collection that I've popped on Etsy and Patreon if you're interested in playing along with this today. So I'm working in the future, this is just one page for a journal that's coming up, on a journal that has a theme with crows in it, and ravens and magpies maybe too. So I've created this little collection. It is crows and the little men who like to feed them, or who feed them. Okay, inspired very much by my graveyard walks, where I see lots of little men feeding crows and also squirrels who happen to benefit from the crows being there. So there are 2 pages of crows, and they're larger, larger crows, so you can use them in whatever. Then there are 2 pages and a total of 4 images of these little men. So there's 4 men, and they're just these cute little men that are overdressed in the woods, because that is what I see every day when I'm out. It's just these little men who are like overdressed. They're just from an era where you overdressed for everything, and they're out just wandering, taking a walk, and they're just, out of these many pockets they have, they're giving the birds corn. So what I've done is we have the birds, the men, and then the birds again, same birds, but smaller format. So what I would like to do today is a pocket idea for my upcoming crow journal. And so we're going to deal with pockets in kind of 3 ways. So 1, these men have lots of pockets in their clothing. And 2, we're going to make a pocket. And 3, we're going to use a pocketing technique to make a really fun type of pocket. So first we have to choose which little old man we want to use. I feel slightly like, let me think. Okay, so the page I want to put the pocket on is going to be from a boiled book that was done with roses and rust. So it's got a nice cool gray shade to it. So he would go nicely with that, but also the contrast of him would go nicely. They would really all work, but I think it's going to be between those 2. So I'll set these pages aside. We're not going to need those for this project. And now I need to make a decision. I'm going to go with him. Okay, so let's just separate our other little friend, and he can go back to his mission of feeding the crows. And now we have the man and the crows. So I've written a little instruction here, because what we're going to do is going to be very fun. So I'm just going to take, you can use a pen or a pencil or whatever, and I'm just going to look at his suit here. And where is a place that we could draw a slit, like so, in a pocket, that we could shove a crow in his pocket? 1 and 2 there. And maybe we're going to imagine a pocket here. 3, and where would somewhere else maybe be, like maybe here. 4. Okay, it doesn't have to be like super overly realistic, because this is a surreal situation going on. Then we also have his shoulders here. Okay, so once you've got your slits, get a surface that you can cut on, like a glass or one of these foam things. And we're going to cut with a razor knife or a craft blade the slits, okay? So 1, and 2, 3, and 4. Okay. I'm sorry if I seem like super excited today. I'm just really excited to like be doing this because I honestly get so much joy out of watching these people. I'm kind of a graveyard stalker of peaceful little people who are just trying to live their lives in peace. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut out a few of these birds that I want to use in this situation. Okay, so it's going to make a little more sense when I come back. So I'm going to just fussy cut a few of these out. Okay, so I have sort of fussy cut out 6 little crows here. Now what I'm going to do, I have a couple options. I can fill in this white space with black soot or so I'd have like a grayish background, but I'm actually going to use vintage photo because I just think it will add a little contrast in color and a little more color to what we have here. And not picking that other gentleman with the fall trees behind him, I sort of lost that bit of browny orangey kind of contrast to go on that gray background, but I'm okay with that because I think he's going to work better for my project. And it is a lovely day today. I think it's going to maybe rain a little bit. My daughter has like a coding thing she's going to today, like a code camp. It's a one-day kind of coding thing, and I think it's going to be a little stormy today. I don't know. I've been enjoying so much yesterday listening to my friend Shell at Shell's Creative Chaos. You should check her out too. She's doing Junk Journal July. She lives in the United States in the South, and she has these storms, these thunderstorms, and she leaves her doors and windows open when she's filming, so you get to watch her do some fun creating and you just hear the lovely thunderstorm behind her, and I really enjoy that. So okay, now we're going to get started on our gentleman here. So first I'm going to just tear out the edges on the digital page. Just okay. Just to get rid of the white. The white, like, I don't know, it boggles me when I'm working on something for some reason. Okay, so what I intend to do here is make this man look like he very much has been befriended by crows by actually putting crows in all these pockets that we've created on his jacket. And then I want to choose a couple crows that will perch upon his shoulders in some way. So I've got this one as one that I was thinking I would like to have perching on his shoulder. So I'm actually just going to be quick about this and glue him down. Because that will let me figure out how I want the other side of this to kind of go. So sort of perched there. Okay. And then don't worry if, you're feeling like, oh, there's, white space there, you should have fussy cut. Don't stress about that right now. Because it's really not a problem. So then the other bird that I was thinking I wanted to have on his shoulder was this one. Yeah, I like that one. Because it's a little smaller. Okay. So we have our perching pals. Now we need to create the birds in his pockets. So this one, I want to go in here. So I'm just going to literally tuck the bird, see, into this slit right here, okay? So let's just do that. Now, the next bird, I'm going to come in and I'm going to do that. And I'm going to slide those feet right through. So he'll go in there too. Then this one that looks a little angrier bird here. Pull the feet through again. Okay. Actually, I don't want that one there. It's too big next to the other one. Put the bigger guy down here. Yeah. And you can decide, like, do I want this tail to be out or do I want the bird to be more in the pocket? Totally up to you. You can play with it, right? And then the last one right there. So yeah, I like that. It's almost like she's trying to pick a little bit of corn out of his beard. Okay, so now flip the whole thing over, and what you're going to see are these feet. So just, so one thing you could do if you wanted to be really creative here, you could actually create some nice cardstock poles, like a long thin piece of cardstock that you could glue on the back of here, and then at the bottom these would move and you could have the birds going up and down. But I'm not going to be that creative today. That's my idea for a much more industrious you. So you have a couple options. You can glue these down, or you can put a piece of tape down over them. I'm actually just going to use masking tape because it's a little faster today to just, oh, and this is my super sticky contractor's masking tape. It is permanent. So we'll go 1, 2. And you know, you could also make a journal card out of this. You don't have to make it into a pocket. I'm just being a theme follower today, so I'm pocketing. Okay, so then flip them over. Now, this is where you get to decide. Do I want them to have a little bit of, you know, upward momentum here? And in this case, I do. I want to be able to have them stand up a little bit. And the other thing is, you know, if you wanted to play with an idea like this, if you had, say, a little journal card or something, a tiny little, the other thing is you can leave them unglued, and they could be like little journaling spaces, but they can also be like little tuck spots, you know? Tuck a little thing in here. I wouldn't go too many, you know, I wouldn't block his face, but maybe down here with these two, you could have a little journal card tucked like that. So now we have the basis of what I want to be the pocket. So then I'm going to come onto this page and I'm going to tear away that way, okay, so that the paper core is on the back, not on the front. And I'm just going to tear sort of a free form shape to the pocket. It's always harder for me to tear away, but I don't want the paper core on the front. Okay, hold on, we're getting there. Okay, and just there, his hair. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to tear a little more. Oh, and I forgot about that paper core idea I had, although it doesn't really matter. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm just going to go with it. Okay, come on. Okay, just got to get through this tape that I used. So I've torn around this edge. And let me just cut this little piece of tape a bit because I don't want it up there. Okay, good, good. Now, get all these little bits out of my way here. Then take some black soot ink and we will ink around the edge here. I also think a nice word snippet added on the front of this would be fun. You know, like something like a quote or a, you know, something like, you know, darkness can be the delightment of one's heart. You know, something like that. I just made that up, but yeah. Because these birds are darkness, but they're also delightful. Okay, so then this will be how our pocket's going to work. So then I'll just take this art glitter glue. And if you were going to use this as a journal card, you know, you wouldn't have torn it into this shape, and you can back it with some, you know, tea-dyed paper or something. But I'm really happy I have this as a pocket. So we've told a little story here. You know, it's a little dynamic. It's pockets in many ways, and I really had fun doing it. And now I have another page for the journal that is going to be coming up in the future that will have this theme to it. I'm kind of still building the story, but it's an early days kind of thing. So here you go. I hope you enjoyed this little project, and I will see you tomorrow. If you want to check out the collection for the Old Men and the Birds, I will link it down below in my description box. You have a wonderful day, and we'll talk again very soon. Bye for now.